Test, 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 test. Okay. Oh, God. Yow. Oh my gosh. Hello. Oh my goodness. Thank you for waiting. It took me a second to set up. I had to set up some stuff from scratch because this is an unplanned last second stream, which meant I had to do all the cool stuff last second. It's been a minute. Not too long. I genuinely don't want the ghost streams to be too frequent. Because I prefer to commit fully whenever I'm gonna do a stream, but I figured I'd go ahead and do it anyway. This is my little guy. He'd say hello, but he's snoozing on the clock. He's supposed to be working right now. Monitor is turned off. He's not locked in. You may notice that I've made some small adjustments to the room. There were things I had ideas for before that I couldn't do until I completed a set, or some new ideas appeared here and there. I left a little doodle here. I don't know. I felt like leaving it blank kind of made people scared to draw, so I left a little doodle on a couple of these. Oh, you may notice these disappear sometimes. That's just gonna happen. As a general note, if you join the room at any point, and you decide to draw, do so knowing that your drawing might disappear forever. That's just how it goes. I think it's better to just take it for the beauty of the temporary. I have always loved the beauty of the temporary. You may also notice that there are a couple other NPC Debonairs. I've decided that anytime I have them out, I'd like to make a new one each time, because Debonairs can look very different. So I just made a couple new ones really quick. I actually really like playing with the character creator in this game. So, and my creature looks different than it did last time. He's like a cafe kudo now. Yeah, I guess he likes coffee. He reminds me of Brewster from Animal Crossing. By the way, did you know that on Valentine's Day, Brewster gives you hot chocolate instead of coffee? I didn't know that because I never end up playing on Valentine's Day, but I saw a tweet about that recently. Yeah, I love this guy's little like coffee bean hair moment. So Pippi Longstocking. Yeah, apparently on Valentine's Day he gives you hot chocolate instead of coffee. Is that true? I didn't fact check. I could be spreading misinformation on the internet right now. I guess it's tragic of me to share this with you now that it's not Valentine's Day anymore anywhere in the world, but yeah, as you can see, I also have the photos from the last time. I took a couple that time. I'll try to take a few so we can fill this board up. Got the little camera that we take the photos with. I also went ahead and updated this because there's a new checky to throw on there. Also added some just flavor text throughout some extra books. I don't remember where I put all of them. I think I put some up here. Yeah, just threw out some random stuff to fill up the room a little bit more. I hid some Easter eggs. I just like to add little things every now and then since I know people like to look around. I designed a little playing card set as well. I designed the front and the back. I actually really like this game as a way to kind of practice graphic design because I'm not very good at it and I'd really like to improve. So I kind of like having this game as a way to test it and to have hard limitations of like, okay, it has to fit these dimensions and use these colors. It's really satisfying. It's really, really satisfying. Anyway, today I really have to focus. I have some important work to do over the next few hours. And it's kind of time sensitive too. If I don't lock in and crunch it out, I'm going to suffer for it later. So I figured I would use this to hold myself accountable. I will be doing traditional Pomodoro timing today. I usually don't do traditional because traditional is 25 minutes work with 5 minutes rest in between. And normally I do 20 minutes work with 10 minutes rest or 15 and 15. Today I'll be doing 25 and 5. I need to work extra today. I hope you don't mind. So it'll be a lot more working and a lot less talking compared to our usual Pomodoro streams, but yeah. For now, I suppose I can set up the room if you'd like to join. Also for this one, I think what I'll do just so that people can actually sit and focus, but also so that there's room for everybody to come in. Every 2 cycles, I will ask you to leave the room. If you've been in the room for 2 cycles. If you're there for more than 2 cycles, then people will create little dolls in your image and they will put pins and needles in it. And they'll judge you. I I think the ID should actually be the same as last time. I think I set that up correctly, didn't I? Just now. Fingies crossed. Yeah, that way, because the purpose of this game is to just sit around and stay for a while. That's why I kind of wish there were more than 16 or like bigger rooms, or if I could just have multiple copies of the room. But unfortunately, it's going to be a little tough to make room for everybody. Yeah, bringing back the sewing needle. Bringing back the sewing needle concept. It's been a while. That wasn't a Splatoon stream. We need to play Splatoon. I keep wanting to schedule Splatoon. I almost scheduled it for this week, but I was like, no, I need to do a scary game, and I need Friday and Saturday open. Okay. I think here this time instead of yeah, the code is exactly the same as last time. So there's no guessing this time. Actually, wait here. Hold on. Please only stay for 2 cycles. Up to 1 hour. Code. Boom. Bing bong. If you choose to join the room and you're able to get in, because I realize it can be kind of tough due to the limited availability, please only stay in for 2 little nodes in the Pomodoro timer. So that is 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. Please only stay for up to 2. I recommend only staying 1 if you're okay with stepping out, but I won't require it. And obviously, well, I guess I can enforce it, but I'm gonna be too focused to keep up with who's been here for that long. So it'll be honor rules, and you can be very honorable. So I trust you to do that. So, what's this game about? So this, you could call it a game, but it's not really meant to be a game that you play so much as a game that you use. It's more like a tool than a game. There is definitely a gamified part of it. For example, for me, the game part is decorating the room. I designed all of this. I arranged it all. I made custom images to put on the books and stuff. I made a magazine down here. All this stuff. And there's also like you can draw on shared spaces like this. Like anybody after they've been in here for 5 minutes, they can. Now what's the deal with this? After they've been here for 5 minutes, anybody can draw on this whiteboard or the blackboard back here or the drawing pad over here. You can leave a little note on the sticky note. That's the gamified part of it. But the purpose of it is that it makes you study and focus on your work. So it's not really a game so much as a tool in its intention. It's called Go, as in Vincent van Gogh, G-O-G-H. Yeah, very cute game. And again, I say game in kind of like air quotes. It's meant to be a study tool. The reason it works and that I find it very effective is that for a lot of people, including me, it is easier to focus on work when you have other people working in your general vicinity. I'm gonna hide my kudo that. Yeah. It is easier to work when you have other people in your area working. Like working in a library can be easier than working alone in your room sometimes. So yeah, it's like parallel play, or kind of like it's kind of like body doubling is what that's called, I think. Body doubling. The way I pronounce Go is funny. Is that not how you pronounce Go? Vincent van Gogh? What's funny? Wait, am I saying his name wrong? Have I been saying his name wrong forever? I think they say it differently in like England, don't they? I remember because I had a phase of obsession with Kunk. Do you know Kunk? Philomena Kunk? I remember there was one section where they were talking about artists, and I think she pronounced his name differently, but I can't remember how she said it. I just say it the way that they say it where I live. And it's weird. It's like when it comes to names, I usually insist on the like the native pronunciation, because I think it's important to show respect to a person's name. But there are other times, and also with specific older historical figures, where I think it's not quite as necessary, and there are multiple accepted pronunciations. That's kind of where I stand. Yeah, I've heard Goff, Gog, Gog. Yeah, I think it depends on the country that you live in. But I live in the United States, so I say go. Vincent Van Gogh. That's how I've always heard it pronounced. Ah, is it said go in the UK? Maybe it was somewhere else that she went. Yeah, I remember when I was watching Kunk on Earth or Kunk on something, there was a section about art, and and I remember when go came up, they were saying it differently. Like a guttural G, like gugh, gugh, gugh. Is that? I'm trying to think of what guttural G would sound like there. Gugh, gugh. Hmm. Yeah, and I did notice this. The Japanese transliteration of the title in the game is actually Goho. Like Goho. Goho. I think would be closer. Hmm. Oh, is it like the CH in lock? Goh. Goh. Is that how that's pronounced? Huh. I guess I kind of knew that it was pronounced differently depending on the country, but I never really thought about it in depth till now. I love to learn new things. All right, let's get our tunes up. I noticed there was one that was like all piano. Is it this one? I think working to piano is kind of nice. And we can do ambient noise. I've never played with this. Do you want noise? Oh god, no. It is not summer. All right, watch this. It's a rainy day. No. No, it's not. Let's see. What does this sound like? Space. Space doesn't sound like anything. There's not... Sound doesn't carry. It's a vacuum. There's nothing for it to... There's no... Oh my god. I can be so annoying. City's kind of nice. Because this room that we're using is in the city. Throw a vinyl over the piano. All right, we'll do soft city. Maybe a little traffic. Throw in some birds. This is so lo-fi beats to study to. All right. Your vacuum is loud. That's not the kind of vacuum I'm talking about. I'm obviously talking about the vacuum of space. It's different. Sound does not carry in space. It's silent. It doesn't sound like anything. Well, actually, scientists have determined like the natural resonant sound of the universe, but that's different. Like in the context of being in outer space, you're not going to hear anything. And if you could speak, it would not go anywhere. You need trapped oxygen for sound to travel, and you need, I don't know, it's complicated. But you can't make sound in space. There's no sound. Okay. Otherwise, we could hear the sun, and the sun would be so freaking loud. Oh my gosh. It is a blessing that sound does not travel through outer space, because we would not be able to have conversations over the burning noise of the sun. Actually. Sorry, I can never help but like actually. Doesn't have to be oxygen. Yeah, not oxygen specifically. What is it? It's like a... How does it work again? I just know that the space of outer space is not dense enough with the things it needs for sound to travel. I scratch my head. It's been a while for me. Gas? Ah, okay. So any kind of gas? And there is technically gas in space. It's just so loose. It's too loose. Yeah, there's no medium for it to travel through. The sound. I see. I guess I just default to oxygen because that's what we breathe. And when I say oxygen, I don't even mean like O2. I mean like just air, like plain old air as we breathe it. I am forever obsessed with people choosing to sit on the floor in the places where there's like it's not intended. There's a whole floor spot here big enough for 3 people, and yet it's kind of cute. I cannot shame. All right. We're coming up. I don't know if you noticed. I'm actually installing specifically so that I can start the timer at the 00 mark. Because that way the timer will be consistent with the clock and it's easier to keep up. In front of my character. Is there... Oh my god. How'd you get out there? I hate this. My immersion is broken. Come on, there are so many immersive spots to sit here. I've painstakingly... Do you know the calculation and thought that went into the placement of this cup of tea and this phone? Or like the calculation involved in these snacks? Or this cup or this phone? Like I've put so much thought and effort into making this place look like people are sitting there and using it naturally and organically. And yet... Nanoni! Okay. I gotta lock in. The time has come. I'll be working hard on some planning stuff, administrative stuff mostly today. But we can talk for 5 minutes after 25 minutes, all right? Let's go. The time has come. Let's see. Sweat. All right. I'll have a... I guess directly over my head is fine, right? Okay. Should be good to go. Good to go. Haha. Good to go. Good to go. All right, I will be locking in now. See you in 25-ish. I may make passing comments every now and then, though. It will not be super strict locked in this time. I do need to be making good progress, though. Yeah, call me out if you see me. Here, I'll show you what it looks like today. Should look about the same because I have a habit of pulling my phone out with my left hand. If I look at Twitter, it looks like this. If you see me do that, I need you to make fun of me so I stop looking at Twitter. Okay. Oh, it reminds me of the chasm in Genshin. I'm gonna cry. I miss Genshin so bad. I want to play it again, but I can't. It's too much. But I loved the music in the chasm. It made me so emotional. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't want to play it right now, but I want to go back to the time that I did play it. I wish I could go back to that and then just come back to the present like normal. I just don't have the time to give to it. It's too much for me to catch up on. But that's what this music reminds me of. It reminds me of one of the tracks I really loved from the chasm. Oh, I loved it so much. Ah. Okay. Hello again. Let me put this away. Got my tablet out. All right. Did you lock in? Did you get anything done? Holy moly. Hello. Welcome to the room. Oh my goodness. Gonna look at the menagerie. Type. Right. I can read. Watch how hard I can read. Got some video editing. An entire chapter. Let's go. Oh, notes. Let's go. I love it. I love to hear that. I'm glad that you can focus as well. Oh my gosh. Ew, I just noticed this. I need to fix this back when I... Not back. I need to fix this when I'm back to like solo mode. I can move this a little bit to prevent it from clipping into it. I only just noticed that. Anyway. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for the next year. Next 2 years, honestly. I think I mentioned a lot of what I'm working on lately. I'm trying to plan a bit ahead for the future and get some meaningful progress in. Yeah, I work very, very slowly, so it takes me extra long, but I'm very, very excited for some of these things to eventually reach the point where, you know, you can see and enjoy them. This guy. Whoa, back up. You're in my personal bubble. Don't you know the sanctity of this fenced area? Here, I'll just conveniently. Okay. That's enough. Anyway, I do hope that you've been well recently. It's been very busy for me, and I feel like in general it's kind of hard to avoid busyness no matter who or where you are. But yeah, I do hope that you're able to get in some good rest. I've been trying to be extra careful about that myself, making sure that I'm getting enough rest, because you may know that I'm a bit of a workaholic. I have or maybe more than a workaholic, it would be more accurate to say that I just have a very narrow focus. It's like my brain can only really process what's right in front of me, and it fully processes it like 100. It processes it 100%. It can be difficult for me to shift between multiple things. And so when I'm focused on work, it can be difficult to step away from work. So yeah, I'm trying to be extra careful about that lately so I don't end up burning out. I've been taking plenty of time to rest and to, you know, to focus on sillier, more like, you know, less overwhelming things. Just decorating this little room. Little things like that. It's been very rewarding. I've been trying to play Animal Crossing a little bit more as well. Hyper-focused. Honestly, in the truest sense of the word. In the truest sense of the word, I have a way of just kind of like entering a zone when I do something. It happens sometimes with streams. It happens with my work. It happens with games that I'm playing off stream. It can happen in all sorts of things. I'll become so focused on it that the rest of the world doesn't exist and the rest of my priorities don't exist. So I have to be very careful and I have to make use of things like timers and alarms. I wonder if I could... Okay, I have to close the timer. When we reach the end of the Pomodoro, if I remember, I'll show you. I've been using the Pomodoro timer in this game a lot recently to regulate myself as well. Just in my private room. It's been very, very nice to have. Yeah, I enter a flow state. I enter a flow state in most things that I do. So it gets a little overwhelming. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes after it's built up. I hope that regardless of whether you experience it or not, I do hope that you get good rest in. It's always important to take time away from like the more serious stuff. Focus more on fun, calm, play. Within reason, of course. Like in Splatoon. Well, I need to play Splatoon. Oh my gosh. I need to play Splatoon. All right, the time to focus has come. I hate to do this. I hate to do this. I so hate to do this. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Can I politely ask you to leave my space, please? I don't want to have to kick you. I want to have my satisfying shot where everybody in the room is visible, or most people in the room are visible. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. I like to have my cute overhead shot like this. Don't worry, I'm not mad. Okay. I try to have a shot where most of the room is visible. But you can still see my little guy studying. I say studying, but... Alright, I gotta lock in. See you in 25-ish again. Speaking of like timing work and rest. think my tea is cooled down enough to drink it now. I'm having throat coat. If you've got a beverage, it's a good time to take a sip, just as a little reminder. And if you don't, maybe you should grab a beverage. Good thing to have. The BGM is from the game. This is from the Rako Loving Echoes album in the game by someone called Maiko Fukahara. It's one of the albums in the game. And it's stream safe. So awesome. You don't know what I'm cooking. You wonder how big my monitor is? I think it's 34 inches actually. Hold on. I checked this recently. I was talking to somebody about changing my setup when I move in the future. I talked to a friend recently who was desperate to build a keyboard for me, and I'm trying to determine what color my monitor should be. Because I'm not going to bring this monitor with me when I move. Hold on. How do I check that again? I know it's a very big one. It's unreasonably big. That's why I can get away with only having one. Like if I'm looking at this is me looking at one corner of my monitor, then this is me looking at the other corner. It's pretty big. It's not curved. No, it's a flat one. I've never tried a curved one. I don't know if I'd like it. Can I check it in display settings? Advanced display, is that what it is? HP 32 QHD. That is the type of monitor that I have. So I think the 32 means 32 inches, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, so 32 inches. It was a gift from somebody that didn't need it anymore. Yeah, I have a friend who is asking to make a keyboard, but if I do that, I kind of want it to match the monitor in the future. But I'm trying to work out whether I'd be willing to take apart and spray paint the frame of a monitor so that it can match. Because you can pretty much only get monitors in white and black, but I'd kind of like a cream color or brown. Yeah, I have no need for two monitors. We might as well actually just go ahead and call this one early because we fell into a tangent right before the timer went off. Yeah, let me go ahead and get the game up. Do you want to take a photo? Do you want to take a photo if you're in the room? I'm about to banish you to the Shadow Realm. I don't know if I can... Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll end the Pomodoro timer so that I can pose freely. Here's what I'll do. I'll put myself up here. I recommend being on the ground level if you want to be in the shot. Let's see. Get the camera going. You peaked your time. You're about to get banished. Here, I'll do it like this. So if you want to be in the shot, you should aim to be like near the middle area of the room. I'll have myself on the right like this. Should be a pretty good way. Got it on the wide cam. Let's see, where's my... I like to do... Is it soft film that I like? With film 3 or film 2? We'll do film 2 today. Working at an early hour. Cute. Cute. Aug. It always makes me so happy. Here, I'll take one more. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here it comes. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Shot. Okay. That'll be all the photos for this batch. Thank you so much for coming to my room. Now get out! Get out! Yeah, if you were in the room for the last 2 Pomodoros, please leave so that we can make room for more. Thank you so much. I hate to ask for it because I know this is a game where you're kind of meant to loiter around, but this way everybody can have a chance. Of course, if you just got here right at the end, you can stay. See you there at the door. If you were not in the last 2 Pomodoros, feel free to join now. The code is pinned in the chat. Now, if by chance the room does not automatically fill up, you're free to try again if you were here previously. Yeah, if we don't hit the full 16, if there's spare room, even if you've already been here, it would be okay to come back in that case, but only after. Oh my gosh, you're so debonair maxing. Look at you. That's like biblically accurate debonair. Look at that. You're almost like an emoji. Super cute though. Super cute. Okay, let me get off this chair. People need to have a seat. There needs to be room to sit down. Oh yeah, let me turn off my focus so I can hear the little ping pong. I love the little ping pong. It's so cute. Ping pong. We should have a look at this too. I haven't looked at this. Look at that. Itsumo ganbaru. Kawaii. Kawaii-sugi. So cute. And look, that is so cute. It's like the sunrise. That's so precious. Happy Valentine's Day. Hashtag late. Yeah, you're late. Oh. I've been punished. I'm gonna get punched if I don't lock in. So cute. So cute. Wait, is this the freaking meme where you're breaking the handcuffs? Oh, it's too good. Take a quick look at this as well. Oh my gosh, we got some Morse code. Can you read this? Okay, hold on. This is... Well, I'm scared. What if it says something bad? I never know when it comes to writing, but... Okay, how many of these can I recognize? That is R. Wait, okay, it's a little hard to know when it separates. I assume that's R and then E. That is T. R-E-T. Or is it maybe... Wait, when did the letters separate? Because this is either R-E-T or it's like I can't remember. Scratching my head. Oh, is it Love Forever? Okay, so that's L. O. V. E. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So it's love. And then is that like the number 4? Because I remember for numbers you do... It's actually pretty easy when you look at them next to each other, especially up to 5. It's 5 signals, and the number of shorts indicates what the number is. And then it's in reverse for 6 through 0. So I think that's actually just the letter, or the number 4. Ever. That's cute. Can't go in. Do not worry. This will not be the last one. I will open it again. I got a lot of work to do today. And I don't think I'll be sleeping before the By the Beat collab either, so. Yeah, if you didn't get in this time, don't worry. I will kick everybody out after 2 more Pomodoros. And then I will do it another time. At least a 3rd time. If not a 4th time on top of that. Alright, here I'll set my little guy up over here. So cute. I love when people leave little drawings on the boards. And maybe we got some new ones here. Ah, so cute. So cute. Precious, so cute. Oh, look at that. Oh, cute. They put him in a little dress. Oh, that is precious. That is so precious. That is precious. I love this game. Okay. Let me go ahead. Fix him up. We're already past the hour, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfectly synced up with the real world's clock. I'm going to go ahead and start my next Pomodoro. Feel free to study as well. If you just joined, you're free to stay for up to 2. You can leave early if you'd like to make extra room, but yeah, you're free to stay up to 2. And I can't force you to leave. I guess I could kick you, but I don't want to do that. Yeah. That way everybody can have a chance. Or as many people as possible would be nice. I've never liked how difficult it can be to fit everybody in at times, but it's just the best way that I've figured out. I thought about even doing it at every Pomodoro, but then I wouldn't be able to focus on work or conversation. It'd just be a photo shoot every 20 minutes. Is the best solution I came up with. That way people can loiter as well. Oh yeah, I need to put on my little fire emoji. The fire emoji means somebody's locked in extra hard. Which I am. Okay. Let me get my tab back out. Ooh, he's got his tablet. What's he working on? Ooh. Doing a lot of work with my tablet lately. I find that it's easier to plan that way. It's very compatible with planning. It's almost like blueprinting. Yeah, I got my tablet, my drawing tablet. My drawing tablet. Okay. Focus. To join, there's a button. I think it's near the bottom right corner normally. You can either host or join. To join, you join, and then on the top right, there's a field for the code. But I will let you know that there are only 16 slots. Wait, do we have a free spot? Ooh, I think we have one free spot. Yeah, normally the room is full, but I forcibly kick everybody out every hour. So in 30 minutes, I'll clear it out by force. Oh, I will also say you can only join on PC. If you're playing the mobile version of the game, I don't think you can join any other rooms. Yeah, another important note there. Yeah, there is a free spot, I think, if you'd like to join and you haven't already. Yeah, I forgot to mention that part. They have not provided support yet for joining rooms on mobile yet, but maybe they will in the future. Yeah, this game is still in development. Okay, even if you are not in the room, we are still studying together right now. We're still working together. It still counts. You don't actually have to physically be in the room to be in the room. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I hope you don't feel like left out or anything. Ah, is it because mobile's free? I see. Though mobile has also had some things that were not on PC. I think like the outdoor room that just recently got added to PC, that was previously only on mobile. Yeah, my understanding is that they're still making the game, which means they're still figuring certain things out. Yeah. High hopes. Yeah, if you aren't able to join at any point, please don't be too down on yourself about it. The point is not to make you sad. You're still in the room, in my mind. We're in the room together. And it's the same whether we're playing Go or whether we're just talking. And I appreciate your company more than I can say, so I do hope that you can appreciate it too. Talking over that BGM almost makes me feel like a motivational speaker. You think I could do that? Yeah, you can imagine yourself in this room. You see that spot right next to the chair? You could be sitting right there in your mind. It's a good sunny spot too. You could unfold that chair right now. Have a seat. I do it all the time. Ugh, you flatter me. I appreciate that, but you are the real inspiration. If I'm speaking honestly, you inspire me each and every day. To figure out how I want this to look. Yeah, I can figure it out in 5 minutes. Oh, stretch. Woo! Here. Woo! It's my new stretch noise. Okay. Let's break for 5. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I like to put on a reverb whenever I stretch, but I keep forgetting that that's a thing I do. I just keep going straight for the stretch. Oh my goodness. All right, how about you? Were you able to get any work done? You! Did you finish reading the chapter? You! Did you finish reading the chapter? And you! What are you what are you doing on your phone? Put that away. And you! You sitting right here. Are you focused? Yeah, this is you. You're sitting on the box. You're sitting on this box for some reason. Oh my goodness. Clocking everybody. I just can't help it. It comes so naturally to me. The clockification. It's a box. No, don't you see you're sitting on the box? It's you. You're sitting right here. Oh my gosh. Working from your phone? Okay, I can't. I'd be a hypocrite to criticize that. I work from my phone all the time whenever I want to work, but I don't want to get out of bed. I'll just work on my phone sometimes. There are certain tasks I can do. Clockification. You don't like that? I've had a phase with that for pretty much the last year or two. I love to just add ification to the end of certain words. I think it's pretty nice. I don't know. Have I never said clockification before? I feel like I have. Or maybe it was something like it that I said. Yeah, shouts out my hippos and my crits. Debonair. Oh, you're gonna make this about him, huh? You'd rather he be running the stream, wouldn't you? No? Have I really never said that? I've said, like, something ification before. For sure. Maybe we should bring it back. You know what? Maybe I grew out of that just before we met. Come to think of it. I said the last year, but honestly, it's been more like the last few years in my mind. I'm trying to think of what I feel like I've definitely said it before. Maybe I did grow out of it just before we met. Yeah, I love adding ification. Like, to make something into the thing. I will say, I usually use it on nouns rather than verbs. Clocking somebody is a verb. So, like, when I say clockification, it almost makes it sound like I'm turning you into a clock. That's how I usually use it. Like right now, I'm workifying this place. You feel like I did? See, I feel like I did too. I feel like I was still doing it when we met. I don't know. I saw the word clock and it just spoke to me. I felt it. It just comes out so naturally. Yeah, a workification. I'm gonna hit you with the workification beam. TikTokification. That's one that I definitely say. Maybe that's why clockifying makes sense in my brain. I have said TikTokification about so many things, specifically about social media as a whole. I think all social media websites have been subject to TikTokification. Maybe that's why I got that just now, because I've definitely I have a vivid memory of saying TikTok, the TikTokification of social media as a whole. Every social media wants to reheat TikTok's nachos, and they're doing it. TikTokification. Yeah, I've definitely said that before. You don't think it was that, but I've definitely. Oh, so you think I've used it for something else too? I see. Well, I do think, I will say, I think TikTokification is the reason that clockification just made sense in my brain. Because they rhyme. I'm like racking my brain to figure out where that came from. It's like a distant memory. All right, I got a lockification in. Lock-inification. I'm gonna hit you with the lock-inification beam. Okay. It was in a Zelda stream. Oh, was it? Carcinization? That's something different, but I do love to talk about that. And I do love to use it to describe certain things. Yeah, it's time for lock-inification. All right. You better lock in. No, I do not want to update Windows. Thank you very much. Sorry. Happy birthday. Hope you can have a beautiful day with lots of fun and yummy foods. Hmm. Thank you for the sunflowers. So pretty. Okay, we can actually wrap this one early too, because we gotta take a photo. Gotta take a photo. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Stretch. All right. Good job. All right, let me... Oh, look at you. Already getting ready for the photo. Look at you. Look at you. So well coordinated. Okay, this time, in order to show a different angle of the room, I'll do it over here. That is so cute. Look at that. So put together, so prepared. Okay. This one will be, let's see. This one will be like this. So if you want to be in the photo, especially when it's added to the board, I recommend being in this general vicinity. If you're closer to the front, ideally, I'd actually love it if you could sit in those chairs. That way, there's room for the heads behind you. That's a pretty good strategy in general for big group photos. Is to have those that are near the front sit down. Yeah, I'll give you some time to coordinate, so you aren't squatting on the same chair. Yeah, that can be a way to make room for more heads in a composition. In the meantime, I will adjust my lighting. Okay. Wait a minute. What the heck? You can't do that. You just get off the table. Come on. What the heck? Well, I guess it's okay now. Oh, it's so funny. It's crazy. Okay. One. Oh, I see you're still moving. I'll give you another moment. Holy moly. Like, get a load of this guy. All right, I'll try to time it with your jump. Cute. All right, one more. Jump. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Now. Get out! Bye. Oh, I just noticed. Apparently the room is closed now. Is there a way for me to make it open? I may actually have to just leave it altogether. Let's see. Let's try... Okay, hold on. Do this for me. If you could go ahead and leave the room. And then if I'm the last person in it and then I leave it, it should disappear and then I can make a new one. You heard me. Okay. Okay. I wonder why that happened. I'm not sure why it closed it. I didn't do it on purpose. I saw that up at the top. Okay. Because when it's closed, that means you can't join and you just can't join at all. You can be there, but you can't be new in there. You can't join after it's closed. So I'll have to make a new one. The demolition room. Wait, did I select close room when I made it? I scratched my head. I don't know. I may have messed up. Either way, the ID should stay the same. High traffic? Oh. I see. I scratch my head. Did we cause the devs to impose limits on this game? Did we break the game with our indefinitely open room that always has people in it? I see. Honestly, it may be the situation. I was very thankful that I could leave this room open when I wasn't there because it was open during a time when I was working a lot. So it made me happy to think that you could kind of like have something to entertain yourself with if you were lucky enough to get in when I wasn't there streaming, but it may have to be a situation where we only actually do the room when it's live like this. Hmm. Yeah. Stretch. It says room full already. I didn't even open it yet. I'm not even there. That's crazy. I'm gonna have a sip of my water. Maybe I need to start changing the code. I'm trying to keep the code the same recently so that people don't have to like go looking for it and they can just keep the same one, but oh, you know what's so sad? I may have to close and reopen the game. This has happened for me once before when I was setting up the room. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I didn't say to join yet. What the heck? I've been locked out of my own room. Okay, I'm going to close it and reopen it. Cuz I still got another Pomodoro or two in me before I wrap for today. Get out! All right. If you're in there, you can stay, but I won't be there. And I'm going to warn you, if you're in there and you haven't left yet, when I do what I'm about to do... Oh, wait, did I make it as a public listing? That's probably what caused this problem. Sometimes I mess up when I'm setting it up. Anyway, if you're in there already, what I'm about to do, it'll close the room automatically. The previous room is now closed, which means if you're there, you can stay there. But if you're not there, you can't get there anymore. I'm making the real version of the room now. I say version of the room because you can't actually have multiple versions of the room going on at once. That's something I've noticed, just under different codes. Something I kind of want to experiment with at some point is to copy this room, because I can copy it to another slot in my room menu thing, is to copy this room and then host on both of them and see if both of them can remain open at the same time. But I'm not too interested to do it right now. Thought closed room means code only while open means to the public? No. So public is one setting. Closed versus open means that if it's open, you can join it with the code or whether it's public. If it's closed, that means new people cannot join. You can be there if you're already there, like if you joined when it was open, but after that, you cannot. And specifically to join in the first place in a closed room, the host has to still be there. Yeah. All right, you ready? Here's the new code. It is now different. Spread the word. If you were in either of the last two Pomodoros, please do not join, or the last two cycles, as I should call them, because technically it was more than one Pomodoro. It was, if you were in any of the last four Pomodoros, please do not join for a moment. Give anybody that has not been in the room yet a chance to join. I would appreciate that. Oh, I love our little room. Welcome, welcome. Beam bong, beam bong. Look at my boys. I love my boys. They make me so happy. Beam bong, beam bong. Beam bong, beam bong. So cute. Bing bong. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Bing bong. Bing bong. Oh, it always makes me so happy to see names that I recognize. Whoa. That's oomph. Like those are oomphs. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let's read this one. What's this say? Da, 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 da. That is Y da, da, A Y A da, 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 H da, da, da. Oh, Yahoo. Yahoo. I wrote this. Do you like it? Okay. Looks like we got our room again. Congratulations if you managed to get in. If you still haven't managed to, please do not be too sad. I don't know for sure yet if I'll do another cycle after this one, but there will be more Go streams in general in the future. Yeah. And you never know. Somebody might leave early or might disconnect. You might get a free spot. You never know with this stuff. All right. I'm going to go ahead and set up my timer now. Start working again. Let's do another 2 at least. Another hour. I could do another hour. Okay. Lock in. Bing bong, bing bong. I'm so close to the thing I'm working on being presentable. I didn't really articulate it, but right now I'm working on a kind of like a proof of concept to be used as a reference for somebody else to work on. Because I can't surrender control, and I need to be the brain behind everything for some reason. It's like a pathological problem that I have. I can't trust other people to do things from scratch. I have to guide it with my own hand somehow, which is a problem and is going to continue to be a problem. But I'll get over it someday, right? Maybe. Go outfit for today is based on mine right now. No, as you can see, I'm wearing my work uniform right now, but I base my Go outfits off of just outfits that I like to wear sometimes. They're the ways that I like to dress. Yeah. But you're free to imagine that if it's more exciting for you. I won't stop you. You're free to imagine me wearing this right now. Wait, where's my tunes? What happened? We had birds, traffic, and city, right? Can I add some breeze too, maybe? The occasional crow. I do love a crow. Gray hoodies seem comfier than other colors. You know, I kind of see what you're cooking. Is this a hoodie though? I thought this was meant to be like a jean jacket. That's what I'm imagining it as, like a jean, like denim jacket, but like the, you know, the J meme where you make things out of jeans and then you put a J at the front of the word. Jacket, but it's like jean jacket. Oh, is it a cardigan? I read it as a jean jacket in my mind. That's why I made it like a light blue. That's just my personal fantasy. That's how I read it. Not blue at all. That's blue. It's just a very desaturated blue. It's blue. Here, watch this. I'll show you. You see? Does that help? If I play God and I change the weather? Maybe if I... Whoa. That's blue. That's great. Well, it's desaturated for sure, but it's still blue. It's... I'll tell you what. I picked the color out myself, and I used blue to get this color. It's blue. I know blue, okay? Like, you can call it gray, but you can't say that it's not blue. Like, it can be both gray and blue, and that's okay. But it's still blue. That's blue, okay? I'm sorry. I know my colors. All right. I'm just saying. That's blue. Like, that is only slightly less saturated than my harness here. And you determined that this is blue. We've had that discussion before. I'm locked in. This is work that I can kind of multitask on. It's just better that I don't talk sometimes. I'm also trying to conserve my voice a little bit for the collab later tonight. It's blue. I am locked in. I'm doing strokes right as I speak. Like, I am drawing as I speak. I just draw a little bit better when I'm not talking. Lock-inification. Okay. All right, pickleball. Whatever, man. Pickleball. Girl, whatever. Pickleball. Aw, this makes me think of one of my favorite songs from Sword Art Online. Now I'm public enemy #1 for enjoying Sword Art Online. Yeah. There are parts of it that ick me out so bad and make me like sick to my stomach, but there are other parts of it that I just find so like nice and cool. I just can't let her go. I think Sword Art Online would be such a good anime if Kirito did not exist. Like if it was just every love interest without Kirito. Which is why Sword Art Online Alicization 2 War of Underworld. No spoilers, but I will say that that's probably my favorite. No, second favorite. I like season 1 of Alicization. Stream of just humming? That'd be pretty nice. That's basically just my work streams, honestly. I can't help but hum when I'm left to my own devices. I do it on or off stream. But one that's dedicated to that could be pretty cool. Now I need to figure out how to resolve this. I have a dilemma in my proof of concept and I don't know how to fix it. I'm not knowledgeable enough in how this works. Mifa's Lament. That'd be pretty good if they fused Mifa's Grace with Midna's Lament. Lament, not lament, lament. I've been saying that word wrong my whole life, and then I got publicly humiliated for it. That's the one piece of aura that VCraft will never return to me. And nobody told me. Oh, I was just teasing. I knew what you meant. I just like to tease. I think it's fun. Teehee. Are you mad at me? Different dialect pronunciation? No, I just encounter most words by reading them first. I guess encountered. I don't really see new words that often these days as an adult, but when I was a kid, I read a lot, so most of the English that I learned was through reading instead of through talking to people or listening to things. So I would just guess the pronunciation as a kid, and then I'd carry it with me for the rest of my life. And that's why I say things like lament instead of lament. Oh my gosh. Petra Gurin senpai kohai. Maji. Kita. Otsukare-sama deshita. I saw you were working as well. I saw that as I was setting mine up. Thank you for the redirect. Hello, Petra. Hello, Pentomo. I hope you got some good work done. And if you're not ready to stop, have I got a stream for you? She's very tired. I can imagine. She was working for a while, wasn't she? Otsukare-sama. I hope she can get some good rest. I feel like she's often a very busy bee. Very hard worker. I really admire it. I want to do at least half of the cool stuff that she's done someday. Yukuri yasunde. Eat. I'll just leave this like it is. Yeah, hello to you as well. My Pentomo oomph. I will be doing pretty much another... What's the math here? 8, 13, 43 minutes. I'll be doing another 43 minutes with a 5-minute break in the middle of that. And that is when I will be done for today, I think. But it'll depend. It'll depend. I might reach the end and I'll be like, I can do another hour. That's how work tends to go for me, but I'm kind of setting that as an anticipated limit so I don't push myself too hard. Because I am I'm personally kind of prone to burnout if I'm not careful. And while I make great progress whenever I spontaneously am like, I can do another hour, my body progresses towards something else. It's not something I'm very proud of, so. I just hate to give up. I hate giving up. I'm allergic to giving up. I attract failure, but I reject resigning. I can't do it. For better or worse, and I actually think it's more of a red flag, even if it sounds very optimistic. I think we should all be willing to give up. I think giving up can be a good thing sometimes. Okay. How do I want this to look? I think that would look good. Let's all give up. What if we all just gave up? I kind of want to give up right now. No, it is okay to give up, but what is not okay is to give in to hopelessness. If you give up, it should be so that you can spend your time on something productive and good for you. You should choose to give up rather than being forced to give up. That's what I think. That's something that I could be proud of. You know what I mean? I think making the calculated, educated choice to live and fight another battle is respectable. Giving into despair, that kind of sucks. It's necessary sometimes. We can't always avoid it, but better not to, if possible. Yeah, again, the piano makes me sound like a motivational speaker sometimes. Welcome to my TED Talk. My Deb Talk. The Deb stands for Debonair. My Deb Talk. Yeah, it's like a hopecore video. Like, you know that one guitar lick? And they'll do like video footage of nature. Think about here. So this game, honestly, asking if it even is a game is a pretty good question because it's more of a tool. I was explaining this earlier. I'll explain it again just in case, because I did not mind to repeat things. You never know. So this is a game by technicality, but you don't really play in this game. There are fun multiplayer features involved, like drawing on a shared space. I'll show you here in a minute when I put my work down. I'm talking while working right now, by the way. That's why I can get away with talking during the focus section. But when I put my work down, I'll show you. There are like shared drawing spaces, and there is also a fun gamified feature in decorating the room. The room that we're sitting in right now is one that I designed, and I made a bunch of images for it. I designed some book covers and stuff. I'll show them to you here in a minute. But aside from these fun mini features, the intention of the game is actually for it to be used as a study tool. Specifically because there's an observed experience that a lot of people can relate to where you can have a slightly easier time working and making progress and getting work done if you do it in a shared space where other people are also focused. There's like this sense of shared mutual accountability that you experience when you work around other people. So the intention of this game is to create a little space and then invite people into it and then work in it together. And it's kind of like a body doubling system. Like by technicality, it is a video game. It is designed to be fun in certain ways. It's available through purchase on Steam, which is a game vendor for the most part. But it's like a game second to me. It's a study tool first. Yeah, virtual body doubling is the best way to put it. That's a good way. That's how it works. So while it is a game, I'm not really playing it right now. It's a tool that I'm using. I find that on stream it's kind of exciting because you can physically join this room if you're able. There's a limit of only 16 people, unfortunately, but so that's kind of exciting. And then it also just kind of gives me a little visual. I personally like using it because it has a very convenient Pomodoro timer. And I've also been using the little journal agenda recently to keep track of what I've finished and what I haven't. Yeah, it's very cute. It's still in development, so there are some features that will be different at some point. Some things that are being tested, some things that will change. But I really like it. I was hesitant to get into it at first because I was sure that I would sink way too much time into the decoration factor of the game to actually use it as a tool. And I absolutely did. I spent so many freaking hours designing this room. And every now and then I still go back in and add and change new things. But aside from that, I have actually been able to use it to reinforce my progress and to keep myself focused. And I find that people like visiting the room as well. So that's always nice. Didn't expect an answer. I love answering questions. And I am thankfully at a part of my work now that I can talk really easily while doing it. Before, I was at a very big brainstorming section of my work, so I had to go kind of quiet, but I've reached a point now where it's more just kind of like meticulously filling things in and filling in the blanks and figuring out the practicality of it. Yeah, never be afraid to ask a question. I never mind answering or repeating an answer. I think knowing things feels nice. And I think the world would be a better place if people were less afraid of and ashamed of asking other people questions. Anyway, we've entered a 5-minute break, so I can show you around the room actually. This is my desk. I modeled it after my actual desk that I use every day. It's a little different. I don't actually have this lower section for a keyboard, but I kind of wish I did because then I would use keyboard more. But as I mentioned, there's like a shared drawing space. As you can see, people are drawing. Unfortunately, one issue that the game may resolve in the future is that when new people join, they cannot always see what is already on the board. So people have drawn over the things that were previously here. But that is okay. That's just a feature of the game right now. That's just how it goes. There's a black space over here, blackboard. Very cute. Drew me with my boys. There's a drawing tablet over here. I drew a debonair creature. That's pretty good. Yeah. As I mentioned, I designed a bunch of graphics. I made all these images that are on the screens myself. I designed imaginary book covers as well, so that all the surfaces would have like flavor and just be generally kind of cute. I was very deliberate. I put the creature in the microwave. But there's also a creature over here. Somebody brought their bag and put it down. You can imagine. I made a little fake video game. I designed a card game. I display karaoke checkies over here, just behind this person's head. Also beautiful illustrations, courtesy of Sino Mama. I have other illustrations over here by Sino Mama. Just a number of things. I painted these. I put up my paintings up here on the wall just to fill the space. Yeah. So that is a part of the game that is kind of fun, right? It's more of a game when you're doing this. It just feels like an interior design game. It feels like you're designing a room in Animal Crossing, for example. That's where it starts to feel more like a game and less like a study tool. But when you've locked it in and finished it, and you're actually sitting in there using it, that's where it becomes less of a game and more of a tool. Everybody in here is so locked in. Look at them. They're so productive. They're all typing away, reading away. 2 books. Oh my gosh, you're like extra locked in. Holy moly. And then some people are locked in a different sense of the word. I just lost my dog. Yeah, so I really like it. I think it's really, really fun. It's really, really cute. The only thing I wish is that I could have like multiple versions of the room open at once, so that there wouldn't just be a 16-person limit. Because the 16-person limit is so practical. Because if we had 20 in here, this place would be so cramped. Welcome in. Welcome to the room. This place would be so cramped. What is the difference between these two? One of them is like waving and moving, but this one is just like, hey. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I like it a lot. Highly recommend if you're interested in like decorating a space or visiting another person's space to focus with. Focus in, I guess. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. And then there's also the character creator. That's pretty fun. I like making outfits to wear. I try to have a different outfit on every time I stream the game. That makes it kind of cute. Oh, raising hands like, teacher, excuse me, I have a question. That could be cute. Maybe for our next room, we could make like a classroom. Or like at some point in the future. That could be kind of cute. Because there's a ton of classroom items. There are like school desks and stuff in this game. There's a teacher's desk, like podium. That could be cute. We could make multiple debonair rooms. This is the club room. I view this and I intended for it to be designed and used as kind of like a recreational room. People are meant to study in it, but I also deliberately made like very relaxing little spaces, as you can see. Yeah, I'm your professor. Professor Debonair. It's Professor Debonair to you. Okay. Let me set the cam back up. We're about to enter another work session, and this will actually be the last one of the day, I think, so that I can hold myself accountable and not push myself too far. Yeah, I can set up a classroom, and then I can finish teaching you Morse code. I only got through half of the alphabet. Not even, more like a quarter of the alphabet. And I didn't even touch on ciphers. Ciphers are one of the most important things to know when you're doing Morse code. Anyway, I'm gonna lock in. And I think I'm gonna lock in extra hard for this last one. Ergo, I might be a little quiet, if that's okay. First, I'm gonna have a sip of water. If you got a beverage on hand, this is a little reminder. It's very good to take sips when you can. You should have a lot of water every day. It's like our body's battery power. Okay. It feels so good to have water at just the right temperature. I'm so close to the finish line, by the way. It's like right there. I can practically taste it. Just need to figure out how to work out this spot right here. I'm glad you liked the room. Thank you for saying so as well. I worried that even with this, it wouldn't be enough. It always feels bad when somebody really wants to get in but isn't able to, but even after today, I will play it again. I say play. I will use this game again in the future at some point. Can't say when or how, but yeah. Just realized I should do that. Now, what would be good for this? Will this even matter? Is another question. The game is called Go. I always include a little meta tag. I say meta tag. If you go to the description, it should give you a link to the game. Yeah. As well as the gaming category for the game. If you like here on YouTube. Feel free to check it out. Is that how it's pronounced? We actually had a discussion about this when the stream started. Because I think it's Go as in Vincent van Gogh, the famous painter. Posthumously famous painter, artist of Starry Night, among other works. And depending on where you live, you may actually know his name to be pronounced differently. Some people say Gogh, like Vincent van Gogh. apparently the correct is actually closer to like gok. I haven't double checked that yet. I'll have to find a like a spoken reference or like an IPA writing. Yeah, I've always personally read it and pronounced it as go because I live in the States. And in the States we say Vincent van Gogh for the most part. That's my understanding. And that's what you missed on. Wee. Yeah, the Japanese writing for this game, it's written as goho. If I'm even saying that right. I say if because I know Japanese phonetics, but I've never actually encountered that like little, you know, the smaller tsu that is used to indicate that the next one has like a stop to it. I've never encountered that for a ho or like a ha-hi-fu-he ho. I've never seen that before any of those characters. Yeah, the little mini tsu. Like as a way to distinguish between like yappari and yappari, you know what I mean? I said it right? Okay, I was wondering if there was like some secret way to do that I wasn't familiar with because I've never seen it like that before. I've only seen it on different consonants, or I guess different syllables, different characters, or preceding different characters, actually. Is that Santa? Oh, ho, ho. Yahari. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Yahari versus yappari. I think I like the sound of yappari more, but I love saying yahari. It's kind of satisfying. Maybe that's what we can do. We can make a debonair classroom here in this game. Goho. And we can study Japanese. Debonair classroom, but it's actually one student desk and 15 podiums. And you can only join if you can teach Japanese. And I'm the student. No. That's not how that would work, but that'd be kind of funny. That would be a pretty cute setting to do it in, though, because I don't know. There are a lot of study apps out there for Japanese, but I personally don't really support a lot. Or support may be a strong word to use. I have no interest in using. That's what I'll say. I personally have no interest in using most of the language learning apps that are out there. So when it comes to language learning, I prefer to do it kind of in a more traditional academic context, like just doing it on my own. with like a pre-written textbook. That can help. The dilemma there for doing it on stream is that it doesn't really have as much of a visual. So that could be kind of cute. That could be an excuse to use Go more. Go-ho. Go-ho. Ashiete ageru. Will you teach me? Ashiete kureyo. I need to know. I can't speak it well enough. Oh, I'm so proud of the thing I'm working on. You're gonna love this so much. I hope you love it so much. I hope you like it. You'll like it. I don't know who I'm kidding. You'll like it. You'll think it's so awesome and cool. Yeah, I think gamifying language, it can make it easier to stay motivated, but I find that people don't actually learn a lot of the time. And it's a rabbit hole that I'd prefer not to get into because I don't know, I try not to sound too preachy, but a lot of language learning apps and gamified apps for language learning these days use generated content. And I don't want to use or touch any of that personally. When I think about that stuff, it just makes me feel sick and sad, so yeah, I'd prefer to just go the old-fashioned way. Like if I learned a language through generated sentences and materials, it would be a stain on the fact that I speak the language, you know, for me. That's just my own value. Go the old-fashioned way. I see what you did there. Yeah, no shame to... Maybe a little shame to you if you prefer to learn with that kind of thing, but but not too much. It's not my place to judge. That's just not what I like to do. Not what I feel comfortable with personally. Learning outdated things. I don't think that's necessarily true. When I say I want to learn the old-fashioned way, I specifically mean I don't want to use apps, like modern apps. Because honestly, even those are teaching older material a lot of the time. I think the best way to do it is to do an academic approach for grammar and basic vocabulary, and then to acquire the rest by getting to know people in real life. And I've got plenty of opportunities to do that now, thankfully. Yeah, learning from real people is the best way you can do it. If you want to speak like a real person, you got to talk to other real people. What I need right now, or like I say right now, but as my next priority, is to really lock in on grammar and things like prepositions and essential words that you use to form sentences. And I need to really get a firmer understanding of the order and structure of a sentence so that I can form sentences that are more complicated than just I blank this, you know? I verb noun. That's basically the bulk of what I can say right now. I want to be able to form more complicated sentences and understand more complicated sentences. So that's where an academic old-fashioned approach is best for me right now, I think. My level pre-N5, I am absolute baby. I'm so bad at Japanese because I never actually study. I just listen to other people speak it. 少しわかりますけど、マジで難しいです。It's really difficult. Hmm. 難しいですけど、勉強します。勉強します。Sound like an N4, that's where I can be a bit deceiving. Or where my voice can be a bit deceiving, or the way I speak it. Because I've acquired Japanese through listening rather than study, I pronounce it a little bit better than somebody at my level of comprehension should. I don't actually understand as much as it may sound like I do. And I cannot form sentences that match my ore no hatsuon. 発音だけが OK ですけど、喋りは本当に難しいです。難しい。やばい。無理。Synonyms. ダメ。But someday I'll be there. I'm determined to learn it at some point. It's just a matter of making the time to practice it and study it. My schedule is so booked out that it makes it difficult to spare time for things like that. Anyway. Time has come for me to put my work down. Whoa there. Whoa there. Let me pop this out really quick. I'll pick my work up again another time. There's this part of me that is crying, saying like, please, Kaelix, do another hour. You can handle another hour, but I should not. I need to rest. I've worked for a while now. And I've got more work later tonight, so I'm gonna make the responsible choice. Concentrated for 55 minutes, let's go. I'm gonna make the responsible choice, and I'm going to call it. But before I call it, I simply must take a photo. I'm realizing that we've never actually taken a photo of the other side of the room, so here's what we're gonna do. This time, I'm gonna stand over here on the couch, like a delinquent. Let's see if I can get a good pose this way. Anybody want to take a photo? Anybody want to take a photo? Okay, this is how we're gonna take this one. You see what I'm cooking? So if you want to be in the photo, anywhere in this range would be good. I personally would recommend a little here in the front, maybe over by the board as well. But honestly, maybe don't cover the board. I'd love it if the art could be visible. So cute. Sitting on the couch with shoes on. In my defense, I would be taking the shoes off if I could. But you have to, like, leave the room in order to change your outfit. You can't change your outfit inside the room. And I understand why not, because you'd have to, like, load every outfit in for every player otherwise, probably. And that could be a bit complicated for the demand on the devices for everybody in the room. Somebody would join and you'd instantly have, like, a lag spike as you're downloading, what, 9 outfits? All right, let me set up my filters. I like to do this one. The lighting like this. All right, you ready? So cute. Okay, I'll time it with the jump in the back if I can. 1, 2. Okay, so cute. So cute, so cute, so cute, so cute. All right. Let me get my dirty shoes off the couch. On that note, we are good to wrap for today. I will leave this room open, but I will no longer be here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it now, I think. If you're here now, I won't ask you to leave. You're free to stay. But I do recommend leaving if you don't mind to, because there's definitely at least one person out there who still hasn't been able to get into this room a single time, whether it was on stream or off stream. So if you don't mind, I would love to make a space or two. And you're just free to use this. As long as there's at least one person in this room, it should stay open. Feel free to pass the link around as you'd like. Otherwise, I will just open it again at some point in the future. On stream. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you something that I think you'd be very normal about. When I was playing around in the character creator, I made a little something. You're free to use it to fuel your imagination. Because she's been a concept, but I've never given her a visual. I noticed that this game has a lot more like attractive looking cosmetics specifically for like for girls. They have more attractive feminine cosmetics. So I made Miss Bodacious. Do you like it? I went for just kind of like what I think I would dress and style myself like if I was a girl, pretty much. Or if I chose to be like more feminine in the way I express myself. I personally gravitate a lot more to masculine, but this is kind of what I personally find most attractive and like pleasant to look at, I think. And this is like my favorite kind of hairstyle that a girl can have, as well as like a shorter straight cut bob. I think those are nice. But I like long hair too. Yeah. Yeah, I made her. She's real. In a sense. Yeah, I have her now as well. And I can pull her out. Sister? Nah, my sisters don't really look at this. This is just kind of like an alternate universe version where I am more feminine. A you where I am a girl. However, I am not a girl. Her name is Kaelix Bodacious is the gag name we came up with for her. Because the entire thing is kind of a joke. She was just an April Fool's joke that went on for way too long. And now people still bring her up. But I noticed that whenever people do it, this is one thing that I will say. I can like I can make allowances and look the other way when it comes to things like quote unquote gender bends. But one thing I've never really liked as much is that every time somebody wants to do a gender bend of a guy, they give the longest hair ever because that equals girl and short equals guy. I think more gender bends should have like long hair on boys and short hair on girls. So this is me affecting the narrative. If you if you choose to draw Kaelix Bodacious, know that I personally would depict her with hair pretty much like this. I'd give her a blunt bob if it were me. Because that's just how I think I would cut my hair if I was a girl. Yeah. Or maybe like this, where it's like tucked behind both ears. That's nice. I don't know. I tuck my hair behind my ear. It's just it's a habit that I have. As long as I've had hair, I've been kind of tucking it behind my ear. Just saying. I'm just saying. I think it would be nice. As before, though, I would appreciate it if you don't put anything with Kaelix in the official art tag. Yeah, I can't require it, but I will gently and politely ask. Never chopped at the bob off. She's the queen of the bob off. Oh. I love this little drawing pad. It's so cute. Look at this. Look at the little chocolate bar. Ah. Oh, it's so cute. What's happening? This Debonair is being vaporized. So cute. And look at the little... You made me assamoyed. So cute. I love that through the overlapping invisible drawings, like people joining and not seeing the previous ones that were already there because of the connection desync situation. I think there are like 3 different iterations of me here and 2 different iterations of the Debonair mascot here. So people, without seeing what was already there, independently made the exact same decision twice. And the first one was actually just a drawing that I put there. Oh my goodness. So cute. Makes me so happy. Okay. I am going to... Wait, let me get a good look at this as well. Oh, I love whenever I see this fill up. Look at how cute it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was a little sad when some of these disappeared, but... Wait! What? Who did this? That is so cute. I know that guy. Did somebody stand in Tef's place to put his little thing here? Did he tell you to do this, or did you do this of your own accord? That is so cute. I love that guy. He's one of my dearest friends. Yeah, that's his little character, his little cloud character. So cute. Ah, Ogue. Oh, is it you? I see. He told me something actually that I could connect to this, but I'm gonna hold my tongue for now. Oh, that is so cute. Ah, sweet. That's my goat. I love that guy. Yeah, if you don't know, Tef is the epic producer responsible for my first solo original, Home. He did the production. Yeah, I love that guy. He's so dear to me. Can I just say that? No, I'm gonna be chill. No, he just told me something cute. He told me that he contacted a couple Debonair artists and asked if he could get prints or anything. He became like an actual Debonair after working on Home. It's really sweet. Yeah, just to summarize it like that, he contacted a couple of Debonairs directly, asking if he could get any physical merchandise of their illustrations. Yeah. Sorry, I realized that being like, I have something to say, but I can't say it. I realized that just makes you more curious, so I will just say it vaguely instead. Yeah. I thought it was really sweet. I love that guy. Oh, that's so sweet. All right, I'm gonna take a little photo here in a bit after the stream is over, but let's see. Is there anybody live at this hour? This is the true dead hour for NIJISANJI EN. You don't normally see people streaming at these hours. Who's live? Is there anybody I can send you to? Is there anyone at all? Nobody. All right, in that case, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find one to... Is there any that I can send you to that haven't gone live yet that will go live? I was the last one. I'm the last bastion of NIJISANJI EN. Cross company, I will put it very simply that you probably won't see that from me. That's just not gonna happen. Heart emoji. Yeah. No shade or anything. I guess we just won't do a redirect in that case. They hate Europe. It's just that I don't know. I guess most of us just don't live in Europe. And then those of us who, I say those of us who do, the one person who I think does live in Europe, you know, if you live in Europe and you're the only one, you're going to want to match everybody else's schedule so that you can do collabs and stuff, right? Yeah. You might see more work streams from me at this hour, though. Because I'm now sleeping normally and waking up at like an early hour. Yeah, the legendary Vox Akuma. The single person who is living in Europe, I think. Unless I've missed somebody. Or if anybody is private about it. I do not have a waiting room for the collab. And see, I actually was just now thinking of making one, but I don't know. I actually asked, but I don't think anybody's awake yet. But I don't know if we'll be doing single POV and if it'll be on Frio's channel or if we'll be doing multi-POV. Do you know? Has anybody else in By the Beat set up the waiting room for the collab this evening? I genuinely don't know if it's going to be single POV or not. And I don't want to make a second POV if that's not how it's going to be. No clue. Me neither. Well, in that case, I'll just tell you about it. So, tonight at, what is it, 9 p.m. EST? This will be in like 6 hours pretty much, I think. Let me double check, make sure I got my days right. Yeah, 9 p.m. So in about 6 hours, there will be a collab. It'll be a By the Beat collab. I think I'm leaning towards thinking I will have a POV on my channel, but I don't know yet. Check Twitter for more information or assume that it will be on Fyodor's channel because he's the one that organized it. So if it is single POV, If we opt to do single POV, then it'll be over there. Yeah, but it might be a multi POV. I don't know. We tend to alternate. If it's possible to do it single POV, then it's still kind of 50-50 on whether it is as far as the streams go. But we kind of like to congest it on one spot if it can be single POV because that's more convenient for everybody, I think. And then 3 out of 4 of us don't have to put in the work of setting up a stream. That's the real answer. We just love to be lazy. But yeah, if you'd like to see me again, I'll take a short rest and then I'll get a little bit more work in. Figure out a meal as well. I need to have another meal pretty soon. I had my breakfast, but I'll be having a late lunch today. But that's okay. I'll make up for it by making it a big one. And then I will see you. Maybe. And if not, do not feel too bad about that. As I was saying a little earlier, I think it's okay to miss out on certain things. It's very normal to be sad, but I do hope you don't ever feel a sense of like shame or not being enough if you have to watch something as a VOD or if you can't watch something at all. That has never mattered to me at all. You don't have to worry about being there in real time for everything. It would be impossible to expect that of anybody. And moreover, I have kind of wanted to say, you may know that the lotteries concluded. I don't know if it was a lottery or a first come first serve. The ticket sales for NIJIFest concluded recently, and I've seen people celebrating that they won it. I've seen people being really sad that they did not win. I do hope that if you weren't able to land a ticket, that you don't feel too bad about it. And please know that I'll be participating pretty much every year as long as I can. So there will be more opportunities. And honestly, if I work really hard, maybe even cooler things to see in the future. Who knows? Yeah, I do hope you know that I appreciate your support, and I appreciate somebody even wanting to have a ticket for an event or to be there for a stream. I appreciate even just that. You don't have to land it or be there every single time to make me happy. Know that I appreciate your support very much, so thank you so much. That's all. I've been wanting to say that, but I haven't known when the appropriate time would be, and then it just kind of came up vaguely today. Yeah, I do hope you know that I appreciate your support. More than anything, honestly. It means the world to me and more. And shouts out Europe at this hour. This is a very rare hour for me to stream. Thank you for supporting VODs if you aren't able to be awake normally. And I will say that I respect that you don't destroy your sleep for streams. I don't actually like that much that people do that. I appreciate that people are willing to do it, but I'd prefer that everybody is happy and healthy and sleeping enough. Yeah. I can't shame you as long as you're getting enough sleep if you're sleeping at weird hours, but ideally it's nice to wake up when the sun is up, right? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say on that. I just want to say that I appreciate you. Thank you as always for your support. Thank you so much. 応援してくれてありがとう。Whoa, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Sorry, I opened a new thing and it made it a little weird. I'm still adjusting. I'm trying a new thing out with my stream tech recently. Not anything that you would notice. It's more like a convenience thing for me. But I'm getting used to it. It's pretty convenient. It's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, take it easy. That is all from me today. Well, I guess not all from me today, but all from me for this time, for this one. Because I'll be going live again in like 6 hours. More like 5.5 at this point. I'll let you know as soon as I know if it's multi-POV. Probably by just setting up my own waiting room, but yeah. As always, I do hope that you can get some good rest. Especially if you were working during this stream. If you were using this to work, it's probably a good time to take a break. You know, relax a little bit. Just lay down if you can. Or just lean back in your chair, maybe. Spend some time just thinking rather than doing. Get some food, too, as well, if you haven't eaten recently. Very important to stay fed. Get your nutrients, it's your fuel. And stay safe, all right? Don't get yourself in trouble. All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.